Hey guys, we got a special treat here. Zeke wanted to say hi to everybody. How's everybody doing on this? What is today? Friday? Friday! Getting ready to go into the weekend. Oh, most people are probably already in their weekend, right? People that work day shifts, 5 o'clock, weekend time. I just wanted to Zeke say hi and then we'll get into it. He wanted to make his little appearance. How's everybody doing? Hey, Loving Coco, Soul for Music, Merit Faye, Las Mujeres no tienen pol. My Spanish like accent or my Spanish speaking is so bad. I know I sound horrible. Um, hey Tanya, hey Batman, we got our superhero. Um, so this was kind of like a spontaneous thing because I was doing what was I looking up yesterday that I ended up running into these articles about like the cops, the stop, and then I seen that they released like a bunch of the documents from this case. So I figured, hey, let me just hop on a live and go through the documents and then just read a couple of those articles about the body cam. Oh, thanks, Bree. Grant, thank you. Okay, I'm gonna let him go and we'll get into it. Dragonfly, Lori, say hi. He got his little bandana. Look, his Halloween bandana. I should get him a Halloween costume for Halloween. Do you guys dress your dogs up for costumes or for Halloween? Okay. He's an antsy boy. Sometimes he's more antsy than others. Hold on. I'll be right back, okay? I gotta open the door. Come on, Bubba. Come on, Bubs. Go ahead. Alrighty, guys. I am back. Okay. So, I'll go over the quick little articles about which I didn't realize. Okay, so you remember how the first body cams came out and then the second ones didn't come out? The first body cam footage came out at least a few weeks before the second one. Well, there was a reason for that. And I didn't even realize that this was going on. Here, let me show you these articles. All right, hold on. Hey, Mystery Maverick, what's up? We're doing Darley tonight, so you better be there tonight. We're finishing. I don't know if we'll finish the testimony, but we're continuing with Darley's testimony. So hopefully you can make it. Hey, Gail. Georgia in the house. Loving Coco in the house. Marie in the house. Maria. Okay. Kim K. Tammy. All right, let me get this article up real quick. I found a couple articles. Okay, so this is the first one. Hold on one second. Okay. All right. Oh, no, that's not the one. Okay, so share this. Did you guys hear that though? Because I don't know. I was like, wow, I didn't even realize that was going on, but I feel like I have missed a lot when it comes to this case. Just because everything that was going on, so I missed a lot of the information. Okay, so we'll do this article first. So, God. Here we go. So damning footage. Brian Laundrie cops try to cover up damning body cam footage that showed Gabby Petito's injuries. Leak emails suggests. And I have a little clip too I want to show you too, where he points out like her injuries from that. So just, it's interesting because this is the body cam that came out second. And there was a reason why they waited to do it. Okay, so cops have been accused of covering up body cam footage which saw sobbing Gabby Petito revealing her injuries to officers after a bust-up with fiancé Brian Laundrie. A leaked email suggested Moab Police Department were withholding damning footage taken weeks before Gabby was found dead, as the police department came under fire for not doing more to protect the doomed hiker. The footage showed Gabby explaining how she had been hit by Laundrie when a fight had broke out. Gabby told officers that Laundrie had grabbed her face and left a burning gash on her cheek. Cops have been accused of covering up the body cam footage that was released 2 weeks later. On September 16th, Officer Daniel Robbins' body cam footage was released, showing the moment Gabby and Brian were pulled over by cops after witnesses reported the couple fighting in the street. But further body cam footage from a second officer, Eric Pratt, wasn't released until 2 weeks later and shows details of how cops handled the incident before deciding not to charge the pair. The footage, which cops failed to release despite media requests, reveals Gabby had injuries to her neck and face and later shows her acute anxiety at being separated from Brian. Throughout the footage, the cops can be heard discussing how they can allow the pair to go on their way, despite claims that there were clear signs Gabby may have been in danger and being abused by her partner. The two officers were also seen laughing and joking with Brian Laundrie before telling him, "We feel bad for you," despite Gabby sobbing in the back of a cop car. Happy Morgan, a lawyer who served as a Grand County attorney for 8 years, criticized the police department's handling of the case in an email which read, "The sooner you come clean about Pratt's body camera for the August 12th Petito laundry matter, the better." Okay. If it was withheld, you need to provide it and apologize. Speaking during a council meeting, the lawyer Happy Morgan also said, "It became obvious to me watching the news that information had been withheld from the media." Moab Police Acting Chief Brandon Palmer claimed that too many media requests had been submitted, causing the delay, but admitted that the process should have occurred more timely. Red flags. In the haunting clip, Laundrie's fiance, Gabby Petito, told officers that Laundrie had grabbed her face and left a burning gash on her cheek and red marks on her arm. A cop asked the vlogger, "Did he hit you though? I mean, it's okay if you're saying you hit him. I understand if he hit you, but we want to know the truth if he actually hit you." Gabby replied, I guess, yeah, but I hit him first. He grabbed my face. I guess he didn't hit me in the face. He didn't punch me in the face. Well, he grabbed me with his nail. And I guess that's why it hurts. I definitely have a cut. I can feel it. The footage also appeared to show Laundrie handing cops 2 cell phones despite telling cops that he has no phone. Laundrie said that he was phoneless and feared that he would be without the means to communicate as he and Petito were separated for the night. Then the cops can then be heard discussing the incident and whether the row could be classed as a domestic violence case, despite saying that abuse victims end up getting killed. Wait, what does it say? The cops can then be heard discussing the incident and whether it should be classed as DV case, despite saying that abuse victims end up getting killed. Okay, so grim find. Less than 2 weeks after the encounter at the Moab roadside, Gabby was seen alive for the last time in Wyoming, sometime around August 27th in Jackson Hole. Brian then quietly returned home to Florida on September 1st, failing to alert police or Gabby's family that she was missing. Well, I guess we don't need to go through this. It's just the timeline. Let me see how long it is. Yeah, I guess I could finish it just real quick. Give a little quick timeline. Okay, so on September 4th, failing to alert police of Gabby or family that she was missing. Gabby was eventually reported missing by her mother, Nicole Schmidt, on September 11th. Laundrie was reported missing on September 17th, days after allegedly telling his parents that he was going for a hike at the Carlton Reserve in Sarasota. Gabby remains were eventually recovered from the campsite near Grand Teton National Park on September 19th after an 8-day search. An investigation has been launched into how officers Pratt and Robbins handled the August 12th incident. Moab PD has since announced that Brett Edge had taken a leave of absence. And it's unclear how he will be away from his post or how long he will be away from his post. It's also not known if Pratt or Robbins have been placed on leave or administrative duty while the probe is carried out. So there's investigation. And then one of the police is saying, "Oh no, the delay was caused by an overload of a request," but they think maybe it was covered up. That's why they're investigating it. Was it a cover up to hide? Okay, so I want to play this clip where what they were just talking about him noticing the injuries, where it shows that. Okay, so 1 second. And then we'll go over the documents, guys. But I just wanted to do this part first. All right, and then I'll say hi to you guys as we take little breaks as we're going through it. Okay, so let me get the little clip up that I found. Where is it? Here it is. All right, so that's the one I went over. So this is the one. Okay. Let me just share my other screen. Here it is. Share audio. Okay, here we go. So we'll just watch this part. Hey, Batman, thanks for the super chat. Oh, you're always so sweet and super chatting. And oh, Starseed, thank you too. Starseed 1, thank you. Super sticker. Batman, thank you. Okay, so let me share this. Push play.
Happened over at Moonflower?
Well, I was just really stressed this morning trying to get a lot of work done, and I was apologizing to him. I had thrown a bunch of stuff in the bag, and all our bags are back there. I was just apologizing. I was like, I'm sorry that I get so stressed out because I have OCD and I was just like organizing stuff, and sometimes I just have a mean attitude, but I'm not trying to be mean about straightening things up and stuff. So I was just apologizing, but I guess I said it in like a mean tone, and he got really frustrated with me, and he locked me out of the car and told me to go take a breather, but I didn't want to take a breather because I wanted to get going. We're out of water.
So it kind of made you more upset.
Yeah,
it didn't help calm you. It made you more upset.
Yeah. And,
so then what happened?
And, so our goal was to come here and come refill our water.
Are you guys living out of the van right now on travels?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so it was just really.
So what happened after he locked you out? I told you to take a breather.
Well, he walked away to go take his own breather, but I wanted to sit in the car because all my stuff was in the car. I had none of my bag. I was working on something at the moment in the car, and he told me to just relax for a second, and I didn't want to relax, so I got real mad. I mean, I don't need to be mad.
Yeah, it happens. Then what happened?
And then I told him to drive and get water because I was really thirsty.
Yeah? Is there something on your cheek here? Looks like, did you get hit in the face? Kind of looks like something like hit you in the face. And then over on your arm, shoulder, right here. That's new, huh? It's kind of a new mark.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Can I see the other side of your face? So, what happened here and here?
I'm not sure. It was I was just trying to get in the back of the car, and his backpack was on the back. And it got me.
So the backpack got you? So there's two people that came to us and told us that they saw him hit you. There's two people saying that they saw him punch you. We're just independent witnesses by Moonflower.
Well, to be honest, I definitely hit him first.
Where'd you hit him?
I slapped him in the face.
You slapped him first? And then just on his face?
He gets kind of just shut up.
How many times did you slap him?
Just a couple.
And then what? And his reaction was to do what?
I held him so I wouldn't slap him.
He just grabbed you?
Yeah.
Did he hit you though? I mean, it's okay if you're saying you hit him, and then I understand if he hit you, but we want to know the truth if he actually hit you.
I guess, yeah, but I hit him first.
Where did he hit you? Don't worry, just be honest.
He grabbed my face, I guess. He didn't hit me in the face, he didn't punch me in the face or anything.
Did he slap your face or what?
Well, he grabbed me with his nail, and I guess that's why it was. I definitely have a cut right here because I could feel it.
Yeah.
When I touch it, it burns. But
okay.
Okay, so they kept that. So there's being another investigation if they actually kept that to hide the fact to cover that up, because that wasn't released till 2 weeks later after the other one was. And they're saying just because of high requests, but why did the other one was released fine on time? So yeah, they're looking into that. So I just, that was kind of interesting, because that was the first I heard. I haven't heard anybody talking about that. So I was like, wow, I didn't realize that they were looking into that. So I guess we'll see whatever comes of that. Okay. So what was I going to say? I feel like I was going to respond. Oh yeah, Jackie. Yes, that's what I was going to say. I wrote a comment. Did you respond? I didn't get an email in response to you winning the that giveaway for the merch giveaway. So let me know if for some reason there's that you can't collect it, because some people don't like to share their addresses, which is totally fine. If they don't have a PO box, whatever, just let me know. I mean, I won't be upset, but you did win, so you get to pick like a merch if you want. But yeah, I never did. I think you said the last live that you emailed me, but I didn't get one regarding the giveaway. So let me know, because we have sweatshirts, hoodies. This is a hoodie, t-shirts, face masks. What else? Long sleeve shirts. Okay, so let me see what else we got here. I think there was one more little thing on this incident, and then we'll go through the documents. Where is it? This one says, I'm trying to find, because they're saying these emails, so I'm trying to find the actual emails of like the emails they're talking about here. Let me share my screen again. Like on this, like new emails cast out on Moab police comments about Gabby, Petito, and Brian Laundrie body cam as cops involved are named. So I don't know if I find them, I'll let you guys know. So yeah, so newly uncovered emails have raised new questions about why police in Utah waited 2 weeks to release a crucial second body cam video of an August dispute between Gabby, Petito, and Brian Laundrie. The second clip released by the Moab Police Department earlier this week shows 22-year-old Gabby telling Officer Eric Pratt that Laundrie had hit her, but only after she had struck him first. So yeah, I think that's basically, I don't know if there's anything different than the first article, any other. Oh, it says, wow, Gabby tells the officers Brian hit her. He denies ever doing so. Gabby remarks coming just weeks before she would be found murdered in Wyoming directly contradicted the chain of events Laundrie was seen describing to officers in the first video from the August 12 call out. In the first video, a smiling Laundrie denies ever striking Gabby, but admits to pushing her away several times in a bid to fend her off. Pratt and another officer, Daniel Robbins, ultimately decided the incident was a mental health crisis rather than a case of DV, and separated the pair for the night. No charges were filed. Maybe one more break. There we go. That came despite the officers being summoned to the scene after a man called 911 to report that he had seen a male hitting and slapping a female before getting into a van and driving away. Questions raised. Police released Robbins' body camera video of the incident on September 16th, 5 days after Gabby was reported missing, but it took them 14 more days to release Pratt's video despite numerous requests. Moab Police Acting Chief Braden Palmer told KUTV that the delay was caused by the small department being overloaded by the requests for the video. However, emails obtained by the network have cast doubt on Palmer's story, suggesting that it may have been pressure from the former Grand County attorney, Happy Morgan, that forced the department's hand. It became obvious to me watching the news that information had been withheld from the media, Morgan said. She went to the Moab's city council meeting on Tuesday and publicly admonished the police department. 2 officers responded that day, Pratt and Robbins, Morgan told the council. Where's Pratt's camera? Every news agency in the United States has requested it, and they have not been turned over. The following day, KUTV reports that Morgan wrote an email to Palmer, who is currently in charge of the department after Chief Brett Edge took an absence of leave amid an investigation into the Moab PD's handling of the incident. Morgan wrote, the sooner you come clean about Pratt's body camera for the August 12th Petito laundry matter, the better. That information has been Utah's Government Records Access Management Act requested by multiple agencies. It was withheld. You need to provide it and apologize, Morgan continued. If it doesn't exist, then the sooner you own up to that, the better. Cover up. In her scathing email, she accused the department of attempting a cover up and urged Palm to fix that before the error blows up in your face. Palmer responded to Morgan within the hour, saying he planned to release Pratt's body camera video the following day. Sorry, I'm not reading very well. So he told Morgan, this is a high priority for me, and I agree with your comments on that matter. This process should have occurred more timely. The video was indeed released the next day, with Palmer publicly blaming the delay on the multitude of requests received by the department. Morgan said that she was angered and dumbfounded to hear the acting chief's explanation. I thought that was inconsistent with the truth and inconsistent with the email, Morgan told the network on Saturday. And I am concerned that if I hadn't pushed the matter at city council and then again the next day, that the tape would still be withheld. In the statement, Palmer stood by his original explanation, adding, "We did and continue to receive far more grandma requests than we ever experienced." Hey, Kaz, Batman, Rec, Tanya. Okay, so which is why the video is delayed. So he's still giving that excuse, and she's saying that's bull crap. Like these emails. I mean, obviously she's thinking by what you're writing in the emails and by the conversation, that's not the reason. So she's calling him out, like saying, nope, it's not because of that. You're lying, basically. So wow. So under investigation, beyond the department's delay in releasing the footage, an investigation has been launched into how officers Pratt and Robbins handled the dispute between Laundrie and Petito on August 12th. In a statement announcing the probe last month, a spokesperson for the city of Moab told the Sun, the Moab City Police Department has clear standards for officer conduct during a possible domestic dispute, and our officers are trained to follow those standards and protocol. At this time, the city of Moab is unaware of any breach of police department policy during this incident. However, the city will conduct a formal investigation and, based on the results, will take any next steps that may be appropriate. The statement continued that individuals can view the same situation in very different ways, and we recognize how the death of Miss Petito more than 2 weeks later in Wyoming might lead to speculation. In hindsight, about the actions taken. Okay, in Moab, sorry. Wow, that was written kind of weird. Okay, so the purpose of the city's formal investigation is to gather the underlying facts and evidence necessary to make a thorough, informed evaluation of such actions. So, yep. All right, guys, so that's that. Pretty interesting. What do you guys think of that? I don't think anything will probably end up coming of it, in my guess, but at least they're looking into it and saying, we're not going to just let this pass. We're going to look into it. Hey, Karen. Hey, Sweet Pea. Voice for Hope. What's up? Sam. Hello. Crime and Justice. Mrs. B. Marie Green. Okay, Feed the Fire. Hey, Tennessee in the house. Billberry. That's fun to say. Billberry. All right, so let me get to some of these documents. Some of them were already out before anyway. Because I think did I read the DV report? I feel like I don't know if I did on a video. I was going to, but I don't know if I ended up reading that. And then the incident report. I think I did when I had Bella on. But there's other documents. There's not a ton, but we'll go through them. Let's see here. Let me bring them up real quick. Actually, let me exit out of this and bring up my file. Gabby, here we go. Okay, so we'll start with, let me see. I guess we could start with the letter. Yeah, we'll start with this one, and I'll just go from, it won't be in any particular order. Yeah, I kind of want to get a dash cam. That might be a good idea, guys, because then you'll have like a copy of everything. But then you'd have to have a lot of, I mean, there would a lot of room though to, you have to keep erasing it. All right, so let's start with, this is a letter to the laundries from the Petito family, okay? Let's zoom in here. So it says, Christopher and Roberta Laundry. We are writing this letter to ask you to help find our beautiful daughter. We understand you are going through a difficult time and your instinct to protect your son is strong. We ask you to put yourselves in we ask you to put yourselves in our shoes. We haven't been able to sleep or eat and our lives are falling apart. We believe you know the location where Brian left Gabby. We beg you to tell us. As a parent, how could you let us go through this pain and not help us? As a parent, how could you put Gabby's younger brothers and sisters through this? Gabby lived with you for over a year. She was going to be your daughter-in-law. How can you keep your location hidden? Her location hidden. You were both at Jim and Nicole's house. You were both so happy that Brian and Gabby got engaged and were planning to spend their lives together. Please, if you or your family has any decency left, please tell us where Gabby is located. Tell us if we are even looking in the right place. All I want is Gabby to come home. Please help us make that happen. Like I said, I mean, some of these you guys might have already saw, but now that they're all kind of all together, I got them all together. We could. So this is just amend arrest warrant for Brian. So what's the date on this? It's filed on September 24th. So you are commanded to arrest and bring before a United States magistrate judge without unnecessary delay. Brian Christopher Laundry, who is accused of an offense or violation based on the following document filed with the court indictment. So that's basically all that one says. And then this is just, they didn't include this, but this is for law enforcement use only. So this is penalty summary. I think I went over this form in one of my last videos, but we'll go over it again. So it's just the penalty form. Brian Christopher Laundry. Needed, no. Victim, yes. Offense penalties. Using or trafficking in an unauthorized access devices. 0 to 10 years imprisonment, up to $250,000 fine, 3 years supervised release, $100 special assessment. And this is, of course, just that charge because they always do that. They're trying to build a case probably in the murder of Gabby. So right now, if they could find another charge to get him in and keep him held, so this is the one that they're able to charge him with this. So, eventually murder charges will come. But this could hold 3 years or 0 to 10 years in prison if they wanted to give him the max. Oh, Satchel in the house. What's up, Satchel? Hey, Zero. Oh, your comment. I don't know if it was yesterday. I think I just read it yesterday. It was so sweet under one of my videos, Zero. Oh, it definitely made me smile when I read it. Oh, yeah, Tennessee, you should. Okay, so the next one is the case details. So case number, disposition closed. So original dates, August 12th, 4:30 p.m. to 6:04 p.m. Disorderly conduct is the offense. Male, white, non-Hispanic. Brian Christopher Laundry. Gabriella. Here's her. So this is that incident in Moab. I don't know if I did read this. Did I read this on one of my videos? The report. I don't know. Maybe I'll read it again. It's not that long. If you guys want me to. So this is style minivan, off-road vehicle, false, Ford, transit van, white. Okay, so this is from the incident when they stopped him. So Christopher was the witness. So on 8/12, officers were dispatched to a report of a domestic problem that had taken place near the Moonflower Co-op. It appeared that a male and female had left the scene traveling north on Main in a white Ford Transit van with a black ladder on the rear after the male and female had engaged in some sort of altercation. It wasn't clear, but I believe it was reported that the male had been observed to have assaulted the female. I heard other officers report that they were off to look for the vehicle. And being that I had to pass the Moonflower in order to get to Main Street, I stopped there to see if any witnesses were still in the area. I found one, identified as Chris. I took down his phone number and left the scene because I heard Officer D. Robbins tell dispatch he located the suspect vehicle near the turn to Arches National Park. I heard him state that upon initiating a traffic stop, he'd observed the vehicle leave its lane and strike the curb before stopping near the entrance to the park. I arrived on scene. This is Eric Pratt. So this is that officer. Oh, let me take down that. So this is that one of the officers that is being investigated for. So I arrived on scene and observed as two park officers, because that was his body cam, right? That was withheld. So yeah, anyway, I arrived on scene and observed as two park officers also arrived. I assisted the Officer Robbins with his investigation until I was called away to a report of an intoxicated male near MRH. What's MRH? I don't know. Posing a safety risk to himself or others. Before leaving, I spoke with the male driver of the van, the female passenger, and also called Chris to get more information from him. All three individuals gave me a similar consistent theory, consisting of the basic idea that the driver of the van, a male, had some sort of argument with the female, Gabby, as I recall. The male tried to create distance by telling Gabby to go take a walk to calm down. She didn't want to be separated from the male and began slapping him. He grabbed her face and pushed her back as she pressed upon him and the van. He tried to lock her out and succeeded, except for his driver's door. She opened that and forced her way over him and into the vehicle before it drove off. No one reported that the male struck the female. Both the male and the female reported that they are in love and engaged to be married and desperately didn't wish to see anyone charged with a crime. But see, he said he talked to Chris. Isn't Chris the one that said that he hit her, right? Isn't that the witness that said that, I thought? Wasn't that the one? And he's saying that no one reported that the male struck the female. There were no significant injuries reported, and both agree that Gabby suffers from serious anxiety, etc. It appeared that this incident was more accurately categorized as a mental emotional health break than a domestic assault. I had to leave, but I understand that Officer Robbins got the male lodging through sea caving. Gabby retained possession of the van, and they agreed to separate for the night. No charges were filed, and no one wished for charges to be filed or for the separation to take place. Although that was at minimum what Officer Robbins required in lieu of making a case against Gabby for domestic assault. Gabby is a 22-year-old female who is approximately 5'2" to 5'4" and 110 to 120 pounds. While her fiance is older, taller, and much heavier than her, he had no fear for his safety and did not exhibit any indicators that he may be a victim of battered boyfriend syndrome, etc. He was assessed to be at low risk of danger or harm as a result of his proximity to his fiancée, Gabby. Nothing further. And then Robbins Daniel says, on 8/12/21 at approximately 16:44 hours, I responded to a possible domestic violence in progress call. A van with both a male and female as occupants was reported leaving the area of 39 East 100 northbound on Main Street. One of the witnesses described the vehicle as a white Ford Transit van with a black ladder on the rear with Florida license plate. So witness Christopher reported seeing a male later identified as Brian Laundrie and a female later identified as Gabby arguing over a phone. Christopher stated that when Brian got into the van, he saw what appeared to him as Gabrielle hitting Brian in the arm and then climbing through the driver's window as if Brian had locked her out and she was trying to find a way in. I located a white van that matched the description on North Main Street at Highway 128 turnoff. After I crossed the bridge, I was able to catch up to the van at the turnoff to Arches National Park. I confirmed the vehicle's license plate and initiated the stop. I followed the vehicle as it continued towards the entrance gate to Arches National Park. I noted the van traveling approximately 45 miles per hour in the 15 mile per hour speed zone. After I had activated my lights to initiate a traffic stop, I watched the van cross the double yellow dividing line in lane 1, merge to lane 2, and abruptly swerved to the right. When the vehicle swerved, both the front and rear passenger wheels hit the curb. A short distance before the entrance, the vehicle came to a stop. I approached the vehicle and saw the only occupants being Gabby and Brian. Gabby, who was the passenger seat, was crying uncontrollably. I asked Gabby to get out of the vehicle to speak with me. She told me that she suffers and she continued because of her, and combined with little arguments she and Brian had been having that day. She was struggling with her mental health, which led to the incident that was reported to law enforcement. Gabrielle stated that when they saw my lights, she hit Brian in the arm to get his attention, which in turn caused him to hit the curb while I was following them. I asked Gabby if her intention was to hurt Brian, and her response was that she did not intend to hurt him, but rather to get his attention to notice me as I was behind them with my lights on. At no point in my investigation did Gabby stop crying, breathing heavily, or compose a sentence without needing to wipe away tears, wipe her nose, or rub her knees with her hands. But see, that should have been a sign. At no point did she stop. Like, shouldn't that have raised okay, maybe something's wrong here? Oh, I don't know. Okay. And then after I sat Gabby in the back seat of my car, I asked Brian to step out of the vehicle to speak with me. He told me they both suffer from, and although her is more advanced than his, issues between the two had been building over the last few days. This in turn caused them to argue more than usual. Brian told me neither he nor Gabby take medication for their. Brian explained he and Gabby have been traveling together for the last 4 or 5 months. That time spent created emotional strain between them and increased the number of arguments. While arguing near Main Street, he had attempted to separate from her, and so they could both calm their emotions. He got into their van, and Gabby had gone into a manic state. Brian said Gabby, thinking he was going to leave her in Moab without a ride, went to slap him. Wait, Brian said Gabby, thinking he was going to leave her in Moab without a ride. So he's saying then she went to slap him. As Gabby started to swing, Brian pushed her away to avoid the slap. As a result, Gabrielle off balance, but still caught Brian's face with some fingers, causing some minor visible scratches. Brian continued that when he had seen my lights, he thought Gabby had grabbed the wheel of the van and pulled it, causing the van to hit the curb. I observed some small scratches to Brian's right arm, and when I asked him about them, he supposed they must have happened when Gabby was trying to get his attention about me being behind them with my lights on. This, however, was not consistent with Gabby's statement, further suggesting her confused and emotional state. Oh yeah, she's the confused one? Ugh, I don't know. After evaluating the totality of the circumstances, I do not believe the situation escalated to the level of DA as much as that of a mental health crisis. I then determined the most appropriate course of action would be to help separate the parties for the night so they could reset their mental states without interference from one another. And although they did express a desire to remain together, they both ultimately agreed to be separated until the following day. Accordingly, I was able to contact Safe Haven and get Brian a hotel room for the night. I instructed both Brian and Gabby to take advantage of this time apart to relax their emotions and regain control of their anxiety. I also asked them to avoid contacting each other until the next morning, if at all possible. Gabby maintained possession of the van while I transported Brian to the hotel. They did both have their own cell phones in case of emergency. But right there, he lied. He lied and said he doesn't have a phone. And that's why Brian's always nervous that if she takes off or she leaves him, he won't have, he doesn't have a phone. He's just such a liar. Around 1900 hours, I went to where witness Christopher lived and had him fill out a statement a statement form. Christopher told me that he was not entirely sure what it is that he had seen, but feared the worst, which is why he came forward as a witness and agreed to complete the statement. Okay, so and then this is just okay, so that's that. So this is the transcript with Cassie Laundrie interview. Actually, hold on one second. Is Weird Mom here? I was going to have her. I don't know if she's here. Let me know if she comes in. Because she has a really interesting theory. I was going to have her come up if she, I don't know. Let me text her and give her theory. Hold on one second. Okay, so just keep an eye out for her. All right, so one second. One second, guys. All right, I'm going to save that one. I'm just going to go over these quick little ones before I go over the transcript to that interview. Because that one's longer, and then we'll go over that. Okay. Okay, so this is just the entry of appearance. Just kind of boring legal documents. So this is Brian Christopher. Please enter my appearance as attorney of record in the case for the United States of America, dated 30th September. So it's that. And then we have immediate release. Let's see. If I zoom in, these dark ones sometimes are harder to... Well, it's coming through kind of good. Okay. So investigators... So this is the FBI news release. Investigators from the FBI Denver field office in Wyoming, or it's Wyoming resident agencies, the National Park Service, U.S. Forest Service, Teton, blah, 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 all these departments here. Okay. So on Sunday, September 19th, human remains were located and recovered consistent with the description of Gabby Petito. The remains were transported to the Teton County Coroner's Office for the forensic examination to confirm identity and determine the manner and cause of death. Teton County Coroner Dr. Brent Blue confirmed the remains are those of Gabrielle Venora Petito. Date of birth, March 19th, 1999. Coroner Blue's initial determination for the manner of death is homicide. The cause of death remains pending final autopsy results. The FBI's commitment to justice is at the forefront of each and every investigation, said FBI Denver Special Agent in charge Michael Schneider. The FBI and our partners remain dedicated to ensuring anyone responsible for or complicit in Ms. Petito's death is held accountable for their actions. Mr. Brian Laundrie has been named a person of interest. Anyone with information concerning Mr. Laundrie's role in this matter or his current whereabouts should contact the FBI. The forensic search has concluded of the Spread Creek dispersed camping area, and law enforcement has released the area. The FBI is seeking information from anyone who utilized the Spread Creek dispersed camping area between the dates August 27th to the 30th, 2021, who may have had contact with Ms. Petito or Mr. Laundrie, or who may have seen their vehicle. The Spread Creek dispersed camping area is located within the Bridger-Teton National Forest on the east boundary of Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming. For photos and details, please see the FBI's Seeking Information poster. And for Ms. Petito, relevant information may be submitted to the FBI online, tips.fbi.gov, or by phone 1-800-CALL-FBI or 303-629-7171. Photos and videos may be uploaded via the FBI's digital media tip line dedicated to this case. And that's fbi.gov/Petito. FBI Denver thanks the public for their continuing support of this investigation and the valuable tips that have been submitted. FBI Denver appreciates the collaboration of all agencies and personnel who assisted in the search, recovery, and identification efforts. We extend sincere condolences to Gabby's family, friends, and all of the people whose lives she touched. And this is a letter. I'm not even sure. Does anybody know? Okay, so it's to Stephen Bartoloni, but so I'll just read it, and I'm not sure exactly. I guess, well, here. It says, Mr. Bartoloni, the Petito and Schmidt family are demanding that you remove Gabby Petito's picture from your Yelp page. That webpage is HTTPS, blah, blah. I should go. Well, you should look that up to see if he did remove it. The family tried to remove their daughter's picture from your page and were informed that only the business owner can add or remove pictures. Furthermore, the Petito and Schmidt family demand that you cease and desist posting pictures of Gabby Petito to any and all of your social media pages, web pages, or advertisements in an effort to gain business. I am sure this will be taken care of by 2 p.m. or I will take further action on behalf of Gabby's family. Sincerely, Richard Benson Stafford. So I'm confused. So how was he using? Has anybody heard about that? How was this guy using the picture to get, basically gain business somehow? Because it says, so he's attorney at law. I'm going to look up that that webpage and see, like, if he, first of all, if he took it down. But has anybody heard that? Like, what was, if he's a lawyer, like, how would her picture have been used for his business? That's why I'm a little bit confused. Here, let me look up that thing. Let me see what you guys, anybody, let me look at the chat real quick and we'll continue, but I want to see if anybody has heard anything about that. So it was on his Yelp page. Isn't that weird? But did take it down. Okay. I was going to just look at that web page just to see what it is, though. Gail Gister. It was used by Laundry's business. Oh, but how, though? How did that? Hold on, let me look at it real quick. Let me type in that and see what comes up. And then we'll continue. Sorry, I just want to see. So it's HTTP www.yelp.com. Okay, hold on. Just bear with me, guys. How do you do this? Is it? Oh, the 2 slashes. 2 slashes www.yelp.com. And then it's /biz/ Bartoloni. Bertolino. It's Bertolino. Bertolino. Sorry, I'm taking forever. Just bear with me. Watch it not even do anything. Nothing pulls up. East dash islip. Dash. Okay. Okay, so it still has Brian's. Okay, so this is what came up when I looked at that address. This is what came up. So Bartoloni Stephen, PC. So it's photos, videos, lawyer representing criminal cases. Okay, so it's got a picture of Brian. And it says, lawyer representing criminal cases. Stephen Bertolino has been representing clients and counseling their families since 1995 on various misdemeanor and felony issues under the penal law, such as DWI, narcotics violations, burglary, larceny, rape. I shouldn't say that word, shoot. It's one of the trigger words that YouTube doesn't like. But you see that. So about a trespass, disorderly conduct. But that is weird. Why does he have the pictures? What does this have to do with? So he must have originally had Gabby's picture up here. That's kind of weird. But these are reviews, right? So this is Yelp. I don't know. I'm really confused why he would be using that like that. But I understand why that would be kind of confusing and like for Gabby's family, like why are you putting it on Yelp? Anyway, that's kind of weird. All right, so that's that. All right, let's continue here. So next this is the missing person report right here for Gabby. So 9/11, Petito, Gabrielle. So it tells it this scars, moles, black triangle, and forearm. Let it be vine finger tattoos. So we got vine finger tattoos. Yeah, let it be forearm. And it has her social media. And then location last seen, Grand Teton National Park, Wyoming. So, Anyway, all right, so that's that. Wait, why did I just do that? I meant to do that real quick. Hold on, let me zoom out and go. So here is the report of the witness here. Is handwritten, so 8/12/1630. I always have to count on my fingers when which I'm usually really good at math. I'm always double checking myself, like what time would that be? So that's like 4:30 p.m. 5'6", 160 pounds, blonde. Does it say blonde hair? Blue eyes, white, Chris. Okay, so let's see if we can read the rating. So at approximately, it says 4:30, I arrived at Moonflower. While standing on the south side of the street, I observed a man and woman appear to have some sort of dispute. They were talking aggressively at each other, and something seemed off. At one point, they were sort of fighting over a phone. I think he may took the female's phone. It appeared that he didn't want her in the white van. He got into the driver's seat and she followed him. At one point, she was punching him in the arm and trying to, what does it say? And trying to get into the van. Oh, in the arm and or face and trying to get into the van. Okay. Okay, so she eventually climbed in over him and over to the passenger seat. I heard her say, "Why do you have to be so mean?" I wasn't sure how serious this was. It was hard to tell if they were sort of play fighting, but from my point of view, something definitely didn't seem right. It was as if the gun, or not the gun. Wow, why did I say the gun? That's weird. The guy. It was as if the guy was trying to leave her and maybe take her phone. Not sure, but wanted to help out. I noticed another person had called his in, and as I left the store, I noticed a police officer gave him my contact info. Or I noticed a police officer and gave him my contact info. Okay, so never mind. I take that back. Chris, I'm sorry, the witnesses, I didn't know them by name. So this wasn't the witness that called the 911 or called the cops and said that he hit her. This is a different witness. So when I was reading about the cop saying he talked to Chris and nobody said that he hit or that she hit or he hit her. So he didn't say that. It was the other witness. So sorry, I take that back. Anyway, so that's that. Okay, let's see what else do we got. I feel like I'm losing my voice or something. So this is a motion for a detention hearing for Brian. The United States moves for pretrial detention of the defendant. Eligibility of case. This case is eligible for a detention order because the case involves the following. Serious risk defendant will flee. Serious risk obstruction of justice. Reason for detention, the court should detain the defendant because there are no conditions of release which will reasonably assure. How's the chat doing, guys? Sorry, I haven't looked in a minute. I know, Patty, I agree. Because he was looking at him in that stop, you know. Or wait, what do you mean? The injuries for the stop, the traffic stop, or and this is the part, a second page for this. So it's the United States will not invoke the presumption against the defendant, the time for detention. I don't know. So this is motion to seal indictment. Pursuant to the Federal Rule of Criminal Procedure, the United States moved for an order sealing the indictment until such a time as defendant is in custody or has been released pending trial. And then this is motion to order grant and motion to seal the indictment. So pursuant, the court hereby orders and directs the clerk's office to seal the indictment until the defendant is in custody or has been released pending trial. Under rule, no person may disclose the indictment's existence except as necessary to issue or execute a warrant or summons. The effect of this prohibition, the court further orders and directs the clerk's office to seal the entire case until it unseals the indictment. Among other things, this should prevent outside users from accessing case-related information or materials via CMECF. If the defendant makes his initial appearance in another district, the clerk's office in that district may unseal the indictment in case consistent with this order. And then order unsealing case. This matter comes before the court on the motion of the United States to unseal this case. The court, having been fully advised and informed, finds that said motion should be granted. I want to see this. Oh yeah, Weird Mom, you did. Are you in the chat? You did respond. Awesome. Okay, hold on one second. Let me finish going over these documents, and then maybe even by that time you'll be done driving. But either way, we could just do audio. That's fine. So let me just finish going over this, and then we'll chat. Okay. So this is the search warrant for the computer. Like I said, you guys might have seen all these, but I just figured we could go through all of them. In the name of the state of Florida, to all, in singular, the sheriffs. Well, I can't read. Or I feel like sometimes though, the way it's written is just, it's weird. So Highway Patrol, the commissioner. I'm just going to skip the first paragraph because it's just naming all the things. I have received the affidavit for search warrant on this date made before me by the affiant Detective Daniel Alex. Okay, whereas the detective having been placed under oath and having sworn to the fact as stated therein, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whereas. Okay, the description and location of the computer to be searched is as follows. The computer external storage device is a black Western digital external hard drive. Oh my God, hand drive. Wow. Serial number, product number. It's located in the property evidence vault. Okay. It's within jurisdictional boundaries of the Sarasota County. These present are to command you with the proper and necessary assistance, including off-site forensic computer analysts, experts either in the day or in the daytime or in the nighttime, or Sundays or holidays, to search the said computer described above and seize evidence as any of the following. So the external storage device, commercial software and hardware, computer disk drives, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'll probably skip a lot of this, but the system disk operating systems, electronic mail system storage devices, tape systems, hard drive, other computer-related operation equipment. In addition, the computer's photographs, graphic interchange formats, and photographs or other visual depictions. Documents, notes, equipment relating to passwords, encryption codes, all that. Just all the stuff, all the data and files associated. So, and this, I'm not going to read it all. It's just basically, you guys could always like pause it and read it if you want, but okay, so let me send Weird Mama. So she has a really interesting theory, guys, that I wanted her to tell you. So I'm going to send her a link and have her explain it. Whoa, hold on. And then, hold on, let me send her a link real quick. Oh, thanks, Batman. Shoot, do I have your email, Weird Mom? I feel like I always, like I'm always basically looking for your email and I can never find it. Shoot, I don't have it. Gosh darn it. Well, are you in chat right now? Because I could just hurry up and put it up real quick in chat, and then you just grab it and I'll take it down. Is she in chat, guys? Hey, Mez, Patty. Here, I'm going to put it in chat and then just get it real quick, Weird Mom. I'll pin it up for a minute. And then she could get it. Okay. Let me just do that. So here's that, and I'll pin it. Oh, I got to get on the YouTube side. Hold on a second. All right. Where did I put it? Here we go. Okay, so that's pinned. So yeah, Weird Mom, go ahead and get that and come on. And oh, why did I just go out of it? Hold on, guys. Okay, so there was one more thing I wanted to share with you guys. Hold on, let me grab it. Where'd it go? This was the, here it is. Hold on 1 second. Okay. I did want to read you the cat. I don't know if I should do that first real quick. The Cassie interview. I was going to read you the transcripts. Did you guys, I don't know, do you want to hear it? That was the last one I had. And or should we just go with the theory? Let me know what the crowd wants to do. It's how many? It's actually 1, 2, it's 3 pages. So it's not incredibly long. You guys probably already seen the interview, so, but maybe not. Which one? Take a vote. Okay. Hey, Jessica. Okay, so let me just do it real quick. Weird Mom, just hold on 1 second. It won't be that long. It's like 3 pages, but it's not real big pages. Okay, so it says, so the question is, so just kind of tell us what you were saying. Or you know what we should do? Oh no, you don't have a copy. I was like, Weird Mom, you should read you could read we could play one. Yeah, wait, I could put it up on screen. Are you driving right now? Are you driving? Text me. Because I could do like, you could be Cassie or I could be the interviewer and we could do it like that. But if you're driving, you won't be able to read it. Hold on a second. I'm waiting for you to respond here. Are you driving? Oh, you are driving. Okay. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me just do it real quick. Because then it'll just be us talking for the rest of the time. So the question, so just kind of tell us what you were saying, just your reaction as a whole to everything. They asked Cassie, and Cassie says, did I miss another super chat? Oh, thanks, Loving Coco, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Aw. And Cassie says, obviously, me and my family want Gabby to be found safe. She's like a sister, and my children love her. And all I want is for her to come home safe and sound. And this be just a big and she's saying, and this be just a big misunderstanding. And they ask her, how close have you guys all been over the years? Oh my God, I can't read. Wow. Hold on. Take a breath, regroup here. Okay. And how close have you guys all been over the years, you were saying? And Cassie says, for the last 2 years, Gabby's been in our life and she's been nice and fun. And we've had a great time. My kids absolutely adore her. And then they ask her, and when you just heard the news, wait. Oh, I got to take that link down. I just realized that the link's still up. Hold on a second. I don't want people to be confused and like start joining. Just give me 1 minute, guys. I'm sorry. Unlink. Okay, unpin. All right. Okay, sorry. Where am I at? So they ask her how close they've all been over the years. And she says, for the last 2 years, Gabby's been in our life and she's been nice and fun and we've had a great time. My kids absolutely adore her. Actually, I read that twice. Sorry. And when you just heard the news, just in general, like that she's missing and that your brother's back here. And Cassie says, I don't understand. As much as everybody else, I'm learning everything from the news too. And then they ask her, and you were saying you've talked to the police because some people have been saying, okay, to the family. Wow, this isn't making sense. Some people have been saying, okay, the family from your end, and you've communicated with police. Yes, I talked to the police the second they called. I called them right back. We were in Orlando on vacation with my kids at Disney, and we came back to this. And what's your hope right now, along with the rest of the world? And she says, I hope she's safe and good and just out there unaware and safe. And the question, and you were saying in terms of the body cam, just like you looked at the body cam video, just kind of what was knowing them, you were saying just kind of nothing was crazy. Wow. I'm going to kind of like, I feel like this isn't written very good. Cassie says, no, I didn't find anything peculiar other than it was just a regular couple spat gone wrong. And did the whole family know they were going on this big road trip? Did they talk about it? And Cassie says, yeah, they talked about it for a while and they love to travel. They sent us postcards along the way. They really kept in touch with the kids through the video chat and their phones and show them all the sites because my boys love to travel too. They love the Utah sites and everything that they send them. So she was asking basically if Brian and, Gabby, talked about the trip and she said, yeah, they've been sending them stuff. Okay. So what did you think when you knew like the YouTube videos and it looks like they're having a great time? And Cassie says, oh yeah, what I've seen a lot of people saying with YouTube videos is it was from their first trip and like current trip. They mushed it together in one thing to just start their first leg of travel. And so I guess the last mean, this is, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to finish this. The way this is written, there's just. And so I guess the last time you saw or talked to Gabby was before they left. You know what? Maybe I'll just play the interview. I had played it my last one because it's hard to read an interview like this because it's not like a formal interview. It's not like a police interview. So I'm going to skip it. We could always just watch the clip because I have weird mom in the back. So we're going to, in backstage. So I'm going to bring her up, guys. Sorry. This is not working the way this is going, and I'm having trouble reading for today for some reason. Okay, weird mom, are you ready here? Add you to the stream. There you are.
Aloha.
Hey, what's up? Look at you driving. You look all cool. Got the cool.
Thank you.
Are you wearing a tie-dye? You got your hemp necklace, huh?
Yes, I'm a hippie girl.
No.
Tiger eye. Blue tiger eye, even.
I can't see it, though. I used to make hemp necklaces and wear them. I haven't worn one in a while. Oh, nice. I like that. Awesome. How's the weather in Hawaii?
Oh, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I feel guilty because I know that it's snowing in a bunch of other places. So
wow,
it's absolutely a gorgeous day today.
Man, you should show. Well, you probably did. You have it like a stand on your car, or is the camera movable? Oh, there we go. Nice.
I should have had it right when I popped down into North Shore because that's right when I was, and then you can see like the ocean and stuff.
Okay.
Yes, traffic. Always with the traffic.
Yeah. So. Wow. It really, Hawaii has a lot of traffic?
Oh, a ton. I think that every person has 3 cars and somehow they drive them all at the same time. That mountain, I live on the other side of that. So I just drove around that mountain to this side.
Where are you heading? What are you doing right now, did you say?
I'm going to pick up my laptop because I forgot it last night. We're at my friend's house. I'm going to pick up my laptop, and then I'm supposed to pick up some tubs of stuff that I had stored there. And I just did a dump run because that's off-grid life. Nobody comes and picks up my trash, so I got to take it to the dump.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so let's try to explain your theory. So you connect the cases of the 2 women.
Right, and it's all circumstantial, but today they were talking, somebody tweeted about that they're looking for the gun that Brian supposedly lost. He lost it, conveniently. But my theory is those women were shot, and they were right there by Brian and Gabby quite a bit. So Gabby needed to use Wi-Fi, right? And if you listen to the cop, when they were pulled over by the police in the entrance to the Arches National Monuments, Brian talked about that he was irritated because they were at a coffee shop from 9 to 3. And so I started to wonder, if there's a coffee shop in the Moonflower. And I found out, no, there's not, but there's one right across the street that shares so Moonflower's kind of on a corner or whatever. And so the coffee shop is on 90 Main Street and Moonflower's parking area is right there across from it. And that's where the incident took place. And when you live in like a car or something, you don't rush home. You know what I mean? So Kylan and Crystal lived in their van, but they didn't go to their campsite every night. They stayed in town at the McDonald's where Crystal worked during the week. And so my theory is that they probably, like when you live in a van or in your car or when you're houseless, the entire town is your living room, right? That's where you hang out. You don't rush home to sit in your car. You know what I mean? You would do stuff. Yeah. So I listened to an interview that Ikadmel did that had I keep trying to say Gabby, Kylan's dad. And I listened to that interview and he talked about that Kylan would go to a friend of theirs' house that lived just to the right. So if she came out of the Moonflower and went to the left, she was going to her car. And if she went to the right, she was going to the friend's house. And that's where they would shower, do laundry, that kind of stuff. And so, yes, she was off work an hour before the incident occurred, but, we don't know if she went straight back to the van. So my theory is that she didn't, that she would probably go get a coffee or go see her friend or whatever, and that she could have witnessed the way that Brian was talking to Gabby and even just giving them a look, and maybe that was enough for Brian. But yeah, so my theory is that I think that they also, I actually have a friend and her sister worked with Crystal. That sounds like one of those my neighbor's cousin, stepsister's uncle, you know. But this is like, you know, I'm really close with the one sister, well, with two of the sisters and the brother, but I haven't even met this other sister. But she was like, oh yeah, guess what? My sister worked with her in Utah at a brewery with Crystal. And I guess she's just really a wonderful person. You know, she didn't like hang out with her outside of work, but everybody loved working with her. You were excited to see her on the schedule with you and type stuff. She was just a very personable, sweet girl. And Kylan, I feel like kind of coming from, she got a little bit of a pass, and I haven't really been able to kind of figure that out, but I know her brother was killed, and when her dad was talking about it, I guess she had only stayed there in, I think it was Colorado. I can't remember now because I don't have my notes in front of me, but he said that she'd only stayed there for the brother and she wanted to get the hell out of there, you know. And I don't know, I just, the vibe I get from them is that they wouldn't just sit by and watch a guy berate his girlfriend and tear her down. Like you and your little freaking website, and you're dumb and you're a psycho, and oh my God, look, you're being crazy. And, you know, like I can just picture it. I've been in relationships like that, you know, and they're loud and they're public, you know, like the fights like almost escalate. Like a guy like that will escalate a fight to embarrass you on top of humiliating you and putting you to shame. You know what I mean?
So wait, remind me, when was the date that they think that they were murdered, the two women?
So the last date that they were seen was August 13th, which was one day after the incident at the Arches, like where they were pulled over in Arches with the incident was at the Moonflower.
Okay. So
and then Crystal missed a shift the next day, and then Kylan missed her shift the day after that, and Crystal also had another shift. So by that time, Crystal had missed 2 and Kylan had missed 1, and that was not like them. They had a really good work ethic, and so their bosses were very worried about them. So
you think, okay, so when did Brian travel back to Florida again? What was that date?
That was
go ahead,
the 15th. The 15th.
Okay.
And they were found on the 16th.
So go on to explain about the keys that were found in the like in the mud, right? The keys that you think might be connected.
Citizen, right? So like some type of citizen detective, you know, like it was just a regular person was looking in the campground there, and I guess it was full of like just garbage and trash, dirty diapers and stuff like that. And that person had found a set of keys that were like pushed down in the mud. And so it rained really hard the day that, because I went and looked up the weather. It rained really hard the day that they found Kylan and Crystal. And so maybe the cops didn't see it when they were investigating the scene at that time, but then, you know, a little bit after it rained, and maybe that's what revealed the keys. I'm just trying to give the benefit of the doubt to the cops, because I'm just very disappointed that they didn't pull any of the wedding photos or any of that. Didn't talk to the people there was a wedding right nearby where the murders happened, and they didn't talk to any of the people from the wedding. The father himself talked to the mother of the bride, and so he knows that they didn't ask any questions.
So, and then, so your theory is that maybe he went home, explain the whole key and like traveling back home, and you think that maybe if that was his keys, then, okay, go ahead, sorry.
Right. So let's say hypothetically he did murder the Kylan and Crystal and lost his keys. Now, if he had a storage unit there in Florida or whatever, that would be able to be linked back to him. Like, you can change the keys on your car or whatever, I guess, if you need to. But like, my whole theory is that he went all the way back there because that could be linked back to him. If he gets moved out of the storage unit, then that's just any old master key that's stuck on your keychain. Like, I have one on my keychain right now that doesn't go to anything. I think we all kind of at least have at one point in our life a master key that doesn't go to a damn thing. But if it went to his storage unit, that would link him directly. And then maybe the rest of them are generic enough that he thought he could get away with that.
Yeah, because it doesn't make sense why he went back to move stuff out of storage. I mean, that doesn't even make, that's weird. So this could be a possible reason. So,
Right.
And then there has been reports, I know Bella was telling me, there has been reports that not like a official, but I should say there's been gossip, rumors, not sure if it's true, but that Gabby or that Brian's parents reported that their gun was missing. Did you hear that?
Yes, I saw that this morning. I think one of the mods in the mod chat posted something about that on Twitter.
What if
yeah, so where the hell is his gun?
Yeah. Their parents. I'm not sure. This isn't been confirmed. There's just been chat of people saying that they reported it. I would love to get that document or some kind of official thing to show that they really did. I'm not sure if it's true or not that his parents reported that missing, because if that's the case, what if Brian did take it? And what if he is linked to this murder? And what if, that she saw that fight go on in the parking lot? Because she just got off work, what you said, an hour before that. If she went to take a shower at her across the street, like what if she saw that argument and then she approached Gabby and, and then Brian got mad? I mean, I think it's a pretty interesting theory, man. It's got me thinking.
My other theory is that Gabby wasn't real strong on driving the van. And when you're not real strong on driving a big vehicle, parking is absolutely terrifying, right? And so she had to park somewhere and get her van in someplace. And so she was talking about that to the cops. Now, if she were to ask other van lifers in the area, hey, where's a good place where I can park and just pull through, they might suggest McDonald's. Hey, you know what? McDonald's is friendly to people spending the night there or whatever.
Yeah.
So I feel like they need to be checking that. I really hope that they've already checked that footage, considering that the girls are missing. And the cops are just like flipping about it, like, it's not Brian. It's cool. Like, why do you think it's not Brian? Nah, we just don't.
So
like
that connection. The connection you're talking about with McDonald's, then possibly that she could have had a conversation then with the two girls, or one of the girls would have been at McDonald's, because you said one of the girls works at the McDonald's, or
Crystal.
Okay,
Crystal.
So she could have like talked about the situation with Brian. I mean, could have
been like, oh God, we've seen it, and girl, you don't have to put up with that stuff. And then maybe when Brian and Gabby finally did, like, because they were supposed to spend the night away from each other on the 12th. We don't really even know if they really did, but let's say they did. Then when she sees them on the 13th and she's like, you know what? I feel empowered today. I had this talk with these nice ladies, and, I don't have to put up with your crap, and I'm not going to put up with your crap anymore. And that's that,
Well, yeah, no, definitely. I mean, it has me thinking. And then you said that there was a keychain that had what was it?
A gym membership on there, and it belongs to a rock climbing gym.
Yeah. Okay. And we know Brian. There was that picture, at least, of him in a rock climbing. Did you say he used to work at one, or no?
He used to work at one, yeah. And it's on his Instagram. It shows him with one of the kids at the rock climbing gym.
That's right. I saw that picture. Yeah, he looks really different in that picture, I feel like. But so yeah, I don't know. It's got me thinking. I want to look into it. And I have a question though. Everybody's talking about in that picture of the house that in Brian's room that you could see a gun. I brought that picture up because can you point out where the gun is? I'm confused where they're talking about. Let me pull it up.
So if you look to the left of the picture, and there's like a bookshelf, and then you see something hanging on there that has an American flag. That's an American flag. That's a Second Amendment gun. So zoom in. Go to the left, right there. Your mouse is just on it at the top of that book. That's a gun.
So wait, is it?
That's a Glock.
How is it? Has like stripes on it though?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a real gun.
That's a real gun. Yep.
Okay. Wow.
Yep, that's the newest thing, is to get a skin for your gun, just like Call of Duty.
Oh, okay. That's why I kept missing it. I thought it was just like a flag hanging or something. Okay, thank you. So, did they ever say what kind of gun that they were killed with, the two ladies?
They did not, but that gun right there is a Glock. And the gun that's missing is a Glock.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
they have not said. I wonder if we could do a FOIA on the, I don't know how to do that shit. You know how to do that stuff. Should we try to do a FOIA on on the on whatever, on Crystal and Kylan.
I don't even know what is their last name. I don't really know. I haven't looked into that case that much. I should have. I don't know.
Kylan Schultz, so Schulte, and then Crystal Turner.
How do you spell Kylan?
Kylen.
Yeah, okay. Oh, there it's bringing up a bunch of stuff I just wanted to see a picture. I could put up the picture. Because this case basically got overlooked because of the whole Gabby thing. Huh? A lot of people weren't paying attention, which sucks because
it does. It just got drowned out in the hubbub. It's not hubbub. I'm trying to find the right word for that. It happened so close to the other one. But here's the other thing too. Shit like that doesn't happen in Moab. It doesn't.
Yeah. You don't know? Okay. I should look at like back in the history if because it's probably not necessarily like normally like a dangerous place for them to be shot. Wow. Was there anything taken? Was there like a robbery or anything? Or did they take anything of theirs?
No, but someone left a Bible in their car, which is interesting.
Are you sure that wasn't their Bible?
We don't know. We don't know if it was their Bible, but we do know that when Brian was getting a ride from someone, do you remember when he was hitchhiking and she said the Bible fell in his lap and he acted like it burned him? So that really stuck in my mind. Because that would remind him of either the Bible that they had in their car or the one that he left there,
Wow. Huh.
I really think that Brian's like on a little spree of acting out his gory fantasies because he was really obsessed with Chuck Palahniuk. And if you read the Fight Club 2, it'll warp your brain a little because it makes Fight Club 1 look tame, but it is all based around like this bomb shelter. And eventually like the guy wants to, it's Sebastian and Tyler, right? So they're letting Tyler out by giving Sebastian placebo drugs. So they're letting Tyler out, but eventually he wants to seal himself up in this bomb shelter and bomb the world, like get rid of everybody and just live his life out in this bomb shelter.
Huh.
So that's why I think so hard that he's in a bomb shelter somewhere. Because that would fit in with his little, like he likes to act out his shit.
And how long usually the bomb shelters, how long can you survive? And I mean, I know they're probably all different, but
it all depends on how well you stocked it. And so I think that they were busy stocking it, like that's part of what they were doing, and that the whole thing about like his car being at the Carlton Reserve, I think he went there camping for the story, but then when he disappeared, he was never at the Carlton Reserve.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I agree on that. Do you think he possibly could be in Mexico though by now, or? I
doubt it because I don't know. I just doubt that. At first, I thought he might go to Canada, because you can just walk right into Canada, and it's not like they. But see, the thing is with COVID, they're tracking people, and so to leave the country, either way, they're tracking to make sure you're not spreading COVID everywhere. They want to know where you're at, what your COVID status is, all of that. So it's not so easy. Like if it wasn't a pandemic, then sure, yeah, he may have left the country.
Yeah.
But if he was to leave the country to go anywhere, I would say Cuba because he's right there in Florida, and Cuba doesn't have an extradition treaty with us.
Oh, huh.
So
California Thunder must have looked up the last murder in Moab, and she said last murder is in 1996. So yeah, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, and the murders that did happen were like, I think they were domestic violence, right? Oh, sorry, DV.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I have to look it up. Let me see if anybody. Well, Pam, no, it's not necessarily speculation. It was just like a theory, an interesting theory. We're not
It's a
necessarily
theory.
like speculating, but just an interesting theory because that case really kind of got overlooked. So, just is there a possible connection, and what's the deal with him going back to move stuff out of the storage unit in the middle of his big trip? It just seems weird. Like, so it gives a reason, and we're not saying, we're just throwing some ideas out there. And she did have an interesting thing, so it's not necessarily speculation, but we all have theories, and it was just interesting. So let's see, if Brian was planning to bomb something, Gabby would have known. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I'm not sure if he was no,
that's just what the character in the book is doing. But he's in the bomb shelter, the character in the book. And so I think that if Brian was going to hide, that'd be an ideal place because he's not out and about.
Yeah.
You can
bomb shelter, you could survive a long time. Yeah. Nobody, you could hide. So yeah, she wasn't saying that she thinks that he's going to bomb anybody, but yeah.
Right.
So what type of, but yeah, I want to look into those murders because I haven't really at all. But there's probably not much out there, huh?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
We should try to get in touch with their parents and see if, they want to come.
I would try Sean Paul because he did go on Ickadmel. So yeah. I think he.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I might have to reach out and see, get the word out, and like
they have a Facebook page. I think it's called Who Killed. I have it in my description, like the link to it. It's Who Killed Kai and Chris, or Kai and Beck, because I think Crystal goes by Beck or something like that.
Okay.
I don't have my notes, so
yeah. Because think about it, guys. Even if it isn't Brian that did it, that means there's a freaking murderer out there that just killed 2 people that's probably going to do it again. Like, if it's not Brian, I mean, even if it is Brian, they're going to probably do that again. So we need to bring attention to this and try to figure this out, because just shot 2 girls, like 2 innocent girls. Somebody just shot them. Like, what the heck?
And they were really far off the beaten path. So the place that their campsite was at, it was like 45 minutes away from Moab.
That's 45 minutes away. So definitely, I mean, it's not really that far, that as far as that if he would have went out there, and that's just.
Yeah. The thing I've been kind of looking for today is if they ever found their phones, if their phones were missing.
Oh, okay. So
that's kind of my little. I'm trying to find out. Like, it's just hard to find info on it. So that's what I'm researching today. Is did they find their phones, and do we know what caliber weapon they were shot with?
Yeah.
Because that would be a reason for him to, like, what, like, say, like, let's just hypothetically, if it was someone that was in the area van lifing at the time that had a Glock, let's say, you, like, all right, take me to where you're, like, maybe one of them didn't have their phone with them or whatever. They claim they didn't have their phone with them. Maybe he wanted the phones to get rid of evidence. That's my next little thing I'm wondering about. And
wait, say that again. So say that again about the phone.
Maybe they would have footage of him doing, like yelling at her or whatever.
Oh, okay. I see.
I don't know. This is all just my thoughts, but I'm curious if they found their phones.
Okay, so it says the dad has a tip booth. Oh yeah, you were talking about the tip booth too, weird mom, that he sets up every day in a local park in Moab.
And that's at the table where he used to meet the girls too, when they would come down to meet him. It's just
okay.
Yeah, but I think he's actually gone back home now. He's from Helena, Montana.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, Joy's mom. Well, thanks for sharing that. You guys, everybody, weird mom, she has a channel too, so go check her channel out. Mods, if you want to put
2 videos on this so far.
Yeah, and then you did a couple in the Valo.
I did a lot on the Valo case.
Okay.
I'm actually think I'm gonna do like how you do that, where you do the premiere or whatever, and replay my theory on Alex. Remember with the cast?
Yes, that was
on Lori. Yes,
yeah, you should definitely.
Yeah. But today I'm going to go on live a little bit later tonight. But like it's probably going to be like midnight.
Okay, good, because we're doing the Darley one at
Eastern
like
time.
8, so that'll be after. You'll be doing it after. Okay. All right.
Right. I'm trying to not. I don't like to. I like to watch you, and I like to watch Web Sleuths, and so like I'll go and look and see if you guys are going to be on, and then like schedule my stuff outside of that. And I overlapped both times I've done this. I've missed stuff. I like to be here, so I like to watch you.
I'm always missing yours. You gotta. Yeah. So you said at midnight. Shoot, I don't know if I'll be up. I've been staying up later lately though. So
midnight Eastern time. Are you on Eastern time?
Yeah, I'm on Eastern time.
Oh, okay.
So I'll see if I'm up. I'll definitely stop. I have been staying up a little bit later. So
how's mom doing?
Good. She's doing really good. Yeah.
Did she get the monoclonal antibodies? The monoclonal antibody treatment? That's when my mom got COVID, they gave her something called monoclonal antibodies, and she's been vaccinated, but she got it anyway. So she got that Delta variant. But,
no, she didn't get the antibodies because she was talking about that because her one friend said her friend got it, and it's like, oh, it really helps. You should get it, but she didn't. I forget what the reason, but no, they didn't give her that. They gave her because she had a pneumonia, like COVID pneumonia. They gave her stuff for that, and then they gave her zinc, and they gave her vitamin C. But no, they didn't give her that. No. So
I just always have to copy you. Your mom got COVID, so now my mom's got COVID. You know?
Oh wait, really? Oh, your mom got it right? Has it right now?
She's getting over it. It was like a 2 weeks ago.
She?
A week. She's doing really well.
Okay.
Yeah. So
so wait, don't you have to? My mom heard that you have to do that if you get that antibodies. You have to catch it within like a certain time frame to get that treatment. Right. That's what they said to her, or something like within. Do you know the time frame? So I don't think she met the frame anyway. Like you have to do it within.
My mom got it within 2 days. Within 2 days.
I think for it to work or something. Okay. All right. Well. But
me and her don't get along, and so I was like, but I love her because she is my mom still, despite everything that's ever happened. So I had to be real sneaky about I sent an oxygen monitor to the house, because it's still my mom.
Yeah,
whatever.
No, yeah, that's important. We had one too, to check it. Because sometimes you don't even realize if it's low, so
Right. And she's got severe asthma. She was like a beautician back in the days when they had noxious chemicals, and she's freaking 70, plus.
And she's doing good though, then?
She's doing much better now. Yeah, much better.
All right. That's really good. All right. Well, thanks for coming on, and enjoy your day. Sure. It's so early there, I could tell.
Yeah. Here, let me give you a little view of the beautiful sunshine here.
Yeah, because she's 6 hours behind basically. So wow,
right.
I gotta make it out there again sometime.
Some Hawaiian hibiscus, and that's a plumeria tree. It's so beautiful. It is. Yeah, I love that. Yeah.
All right. Well, go enjoy your day, and hopefully I'll stop in tonight later.
Okay, sweet. I'll send you a text when I get my week ready.
Okay.
I'll send it to you. All right,
cool. Sweet. Bye. Thank you.
All right, bye. Aloha, y'all.
Aloha. All right. All right, guys. I am going to end it because we have another live. I might push it back to 8:30. I don't know. What time do I have it scheduled? The Darley transcripts. I think I have it scheduled at, let me see what time. I forget. It's either 8 or 8:30. Let me see what time. I have it scheduled. Where is it? Wait, where? Oh, yeah. I have it for. Wait, why isn't it coming up? What time is it? Oh, yeah. So I have it for 8. I might. Why is that coming up with the weird? It's not coming up with the thing. Hold on, guys. Give me 1 minute. I just want to say bye to y'all, and then I'll see you guys in an hour or so if you're coming by for the Darley transcripts reading. I'm trying to get it to pop up like the thumbnail. It's not coming up when you click on it. All right, so yeah, come by, guys. in about an hour. I might change it to 8:30 because I haven't even eaten supper. I haven't. Why did I say supper? I usually say dinner. You know, I know supper, but that was just like, that's not usually a word that I say. It's weird that I chose that over dinner. But yeah, all right, guys. So yeah, I might push it to 8:30 as long as hopefully Bella will be all right with that. And yeah, we'll continue the Darley transcript. So thanks, guys, for coming out for this. And if you don't make it tonight for the Darley, you have a good weekend. And yeah, hopefully Alicia stop by and say hi later. Wow, that's like an hour. So I'm going to do if at 8:30, so that's like almost 2 hours. Okay, that'll be good. All right, guys. So yeah, hopefully I'll chat with you in a little bit later. And if not, I'm trying to think when I could do my next live. I'm not sure when I'll do my next live, but oh yeah, I still want to upload the Adam interview, and so yeah, we still have to continue those. All right. And yeah, you guys, if you guys are interested in merch, I'm wearing it right now. Always advertising it. I love it. I got a compliment the other day. Oh, I was wearing my t-shirt with my merch. It was this logo. It was my green t-shirt. And somebody's like, I like your shirt. Like, oh, thanks. All right. I'm going to end it. Bye, guys. Bye. I didn't get to say hi to a lot of you guys. I'm sorry. I see y'all though. Thanks for coming. I just didn't get to actually personally say hi, but I see ya. All right. I better end it. I'm going to go eat some dinner. Find something to eat for dinner. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye.